Hey everyone, this is Playthrough Games. You're looking at your screen, and it says, "Oh yeah." Before I continue, like and subscribe and share this video. This video is really about how to DCA into VEVE, but I'm gonna use this Bitcoin example from this website, DCA dot slash cc.com. It says if you bought $10 of Bitcoin every week for the last 5 years, you'd have spent $2,610. Today you would have $15,750.64 worth of Bitcoin. That's if you purchased it every week, $10 worth. What is dollar cost average? Dollar cost averaging, DCA, is a strategy many investors use where people invest a fixed amount of money over fixed time intervals, such as every week or every month, without checking prices and stress. Dollar cost averaging is mostly used by people who are looking to invest in Bitcoin for the long term or crypto. I'm just using Bitcoin as an example, but it's crypto, since it protects them from potential allocating all their capital at once. So basically, it says instead of let's say if you have $1,000, instead of buying a Bitcoin at using that $1,000 for one day, you could spread that $1,000 for the course of a few weeks or a few months, just spreading it out, dividing it up. So you'll either catch some dips or even some highs, but it's gonna be on average. Instead of one day, let's say Saturday, you decide to use that $1,000 and just buy Bitcoin. You could use it within a week, spread it out within 4 weeks, 5 weeks, however you want to do it. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because of VEVE. All right. Now, you know about the OMI token. It's the same thing. You just dollar cost average into it. You don't have to buy it like you could, buy it like every time, every day, or every week. It depends on your finances. Like, this is not financial advice at all, but you could either like look at this dip when it's in the red. You could have buy it at 0.006, or you could buy it at 0.0069, or even you could buy it here at 0.0069 till it go to the 7th. But the whole point of this is to purchase it on a regular basis for the next course of however long you want to invest in VEVE, right? Or in Comi. But on the token, that's just the token side. Now here's the kicker when it comes to the NFTs, and I've given this some thoughts, right? Like, I like collecting the NFTs, and I'm sure many of you also do also. So what if we take that same mindset into DCA, into crypto? Why don't we take that same mindset to DCA into an NFT? Let's look. Let's using Batgirl for example. She just came out, right? Right now she's 60. Let's go to this one instead. Right now the floor is $67. As you know, VV these NFTs have dips. They have lows and they have dips. Whenever there's going to be a big release, people do gem squeezes, and you could pick these things at a low price, even after they get to quote unquote their all time high or their mid range prices. You still could pick them up. Like, for example, let's say we want to stack up on Batgirl, this particular one. Like, this week, you could pick her up right now for $67. Like I said, this is not financial advice. And also, let's say a few weeks from now, she goes to like maybe $90 or so, but you want to stack up on her because long term, she's a long term hold. You could either buy it at 90, and if it dips back down to, let's say, $70, then you pick it up. Basically, it's just dollar cost average into one NFT. It's just like what we do with crypto. We dollar cost average into crypto. Because a lot of us who are in crypto do the same thing. We don't always buy, um, like let's say right here, we just put all our money here. The thing is, we average it out like within a week. Some of us have budgets. Some of us just do it like on a monthly basis. Say every month, I'm going to do this, or every Wednesday I'm going to purchase said crypto. It's the same thing. It's very similar to do it with your NFTs. It's a strategy that, that gives you a different way of collecting a particular NFT that you're looking into. Because a lot of people do sleep on certain NFTs. A lot of people are focused on mostly the blue chips, which is great. But you have to remember, we're still new, we're still early. And what we deem as grail, what we deem as blue chips, let's say a year from now, some of these other ones that people are like ignoring, when new customers come into this app, they're gonna choose what's a blue chip. But in the interim, what you can do before they come on board is do the research, what you think from your research that may actually become a blue chip later on from these collectibles and comics. Because there's new licensing, there's new items that's being dropped, and there's new customers that's coming into this app. There's new VV holics that's coming into this app, and they're going to shift how things go along the way, just like we have. We've shifted how VV operate. Remember in the AMA, I believe David, you said he never intended this app to be a way for people to cash out. He just wanted people to collect. But the community, we have spoken with our dollars, of course, and we see a potential to invest in a small amount that can become great, like the Disney Walt. I mean, when this came out, it was $333. Right now, the floor is $44,000. But you could DCA into it. Now, I wish and pray that you could there'll be what you call fractional shares. Maybe in the future there'll be fractional shares so that you could buy an NFT on a budget. I know it sounds weird, but let's say you want to buy a wall on a budget. That would be great because it is a stock. It is an investment. You know what I mean? But the whole point of this video is to DCA into an NFT that you think is going to moon one day. Like this DeLorean. I remember I picked one up at 60 and it was going up little by little. So that's an example you could DCA into it. Like I said, this is not financial advice, but it's another way for you to look at an item that you're looking at. Maybe you've never thought about it, or it's too high, I'm not buying it. But if you say, let's say you want to have, let's stick with the DeLorean. You want to have 10 DeLorean or at least 20 DeLorean for whatever reason after you've done the research. You could DCA into 10 DeLorean and say, okay, this week I'm going to buy such and such. I'm going to set that money aside for this DeLorean. Even though there's going to be constant drops, but because of your conviction of this particular NFT, you're going to set that money aside. It's one way to look at building your NFT or stacking your NFT, DCA it into your NFT. It's just like the example with this with the DCA. Say if you bought $10 of Bitcoin every week for the last 5 years, you would spend around 2,000, but you would have at least $15,000 and $754.64. Think of it as an NFT you're investing on a regular basis. Over time, within 5 years, that NFT, of course, a lot of these NFTs are speculation, but from all the research from the community, from what Vivi has been doing, we know that it's going to go up. Imagine if you invest in, let's say, for example, the DeLorean we're looking at, let's say it was at $99. Let's say it was worth, within 5 years, one DeLorean could worth $2,000 and 610 cents. Think about that. I mean, it's just another way to look at things and how to stack your NFTs. If you haven't done so in the past, it's just a way for you to stack into it. Always keep a lookout on the prices. Keep a lookout when they dip so that you could scoop them up. And the thing is with the DCA, even though you buy one at, let's say this one at 35, you buy one at 40, you buy one at 50, or let's say the price dropped to 20. Over time, when you do this, your average is going to be, it's not going to be that high. It's going to be a dollar cost average amount because you're doing it on a regular basis. This is just another video, quick video I decided to just put out about how you could look at these NFTs as crypto, because that's, in a way, that's what it is. It's a investment vehicle. Instead of just buying one or stacking it, however you are doing it, but it's just a different twist to it, a different mindset of how you could actually dollar cost average into a NFT that you're looking into buying. Similar to how we buy crypto on the market when we basically want whatever the market is doing. You don't have to stress about it. You know that every week I'm putting X amount, this amount into it, or every month I'm putting this amount into it. And I'm looking at the OMI token. You could do the same thing with the OMI token. You could do this with any crypto. But I gave it a thought. I'm like, what if I do the same thing as I do with crypto? Dollar cost average into an NFT. All right, this is playthrough games. This is not financial advice. This is just my financial opinion. You could take it or leave it. Take it with a grain of salt. This is something to just, give it some thought. All right, peace out. Like and subscribe.